Bayou Time Sports is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System Community Sports Institute in conjunction with Barker Honda and Barker Kia.
Hi everybody, welcome to Bayou Time Sports. Just a couple of days ago, I happened to be talking to, and I'm going to name drop here, Dr. Matt Porsche over in Thibodaux, my nephew. And as we're talking, he says, hey, you know Rafe Blades? And I said, yeah, I know Rafe. And he says, you know his son, Rafe Jr.? And I said, a little bit. I said, not well. And he says, Rafe and his friend Ben Groh are doing something really spectacular. It's something I think you would be interested in. And then when I went look at the site and started seeing all of this, I really am. Because folks, we all want to do something to sort of help out society, right? But you guys didn't just talk it, you did it. Thanks for coming on. Again, to my immediate left is a Rafe Blades Jr., which I hear you get called Little Rafe sometimes. Not till you stand up, though. When you stand up, you're not Little Rafe. And to his left is Benjamin Groh. Again, thank you guys for coming on. We're going to talk a little bit about the Bayou Endurance Challenge. Let's talk the genesis of all of this. How did it get started? As we see there on the graphic, it's your second year of doing this. We're going to explain it because I think it's so neat. Rafe, I'll let you go first. How did this all start?
Yeah, for sure. So me and Ben got into ultra marathons, and we signed up for a 50-mile ultra marathon and actually failed. We got to mile 45, and we were limping. Ben was seeing the trees were moving and stuff.
So explain an ultra marathon. Yeah. What does that mean exactly?
So it's anything past a marathon.
All in one at one particular time?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Wow. So we signed up for a 31-miler, ran that, wanted some more. So we signed up for the 50-mile distance in North Louisiana. Didn't train for hills. We're not used to hills. So the hills kind of got us. And about mile 45, the race director came and found us and was like, hey, y'all got to stop. Y'all are too beat up. And that really ate at us a little bit. And there's not many 50-mile races around here. So me and Ben, after talking, we decided, hey, why don't we put on our own race and try to raise some money. So within a week, and this was last year, we raised about a little bit over $1,000 and got about 30 participants. And that's how it started. That
is awesome. Ben, I am going to put up another graphic, and this graphic shows the why, and that's the bottom line. And it's because of those two individuals. Talk a little bit about your grandfather, and we'll let you even talk a little bit about Rafe's grandmother. But that is sort of why, and sort of I say the genesis, obviously Rafe explained that, but why it goes to the American Cancer Society, why they're the beneficiary, right?
Absolutely. I mean, my grandpa, as you can see on the left, Ronnie Cooper, man, he, the biggest inspiration in my life. Him and my grandma, they really lived the perfect marriage you can live. So inspirational to see their love, their Christianity, their just seeing their growth over time really shaped me into who I am today. And I mean, without them, I wouldn't probably be doing this. I know without Rafe, I for sure wouldn't be doing this. But having my grandpa, with cancer and seeing that in person, it was life-changing for me because I was like, I don't want to see anybody else go through this. And due to that, we now have the race, and it's now going towards the Cancer Society. So hopefully one day we can, make that contribution to the Cancer Society so nobody else has to see what we saw, and hopefully no more cancer one day.
Very good. You mentioned Mr. Ron. When did we lose Mr. Ronnie?
Oh, man, 2023, July.
2023. And Miss Sharon, your grandmother?
Yeah, a little bit over
passed away. How long ago was that?
A little bit over a year.
A little bit over a year. So you sort of had the root of, I'm going to call it evil, because obviously we're talking about cancer and things like that. But you also thought on the lines of an ultra marathon, but something that I think people can handle. And this is what's so unique about all of this, folks. It is not a maybe one day, spend all your energy type thing. Talk a little bit, Rafe, about what it is that y'all set up.
Yeah, so it's a virtual race, so you can sign up anywhere. We have, this year, we have 3 or 4 people from all over the country, and you can run any distance you want. So we set it up for a weekend, so it's a Friday through a Sunday, so it's 72 hours, and you can run as far as you want, or you can run as little as you want. You can go half a mile, you can go quarter mile, walk a half a mile, or, you can do something crazy like us and run 100 miles. So it's all up to you. It's all up to the participant. And again, it's free. So my ask is, why not sign up?
Yes.
Yeah, that's how I.
Yeah, it's not like there's any like participation fee. It's just you want to go out there and you want to contribute, and you do this through doing something that pushes you a little bit. I mentioned to you guys before we went on air, the site is so friendly. I'm going to ask Jason to show that one more time. And on that graphic, it tells you at the bottom, bayou-endurance-challenge.weebly.com. But the fact is you can go to any search engine. But let's say you go to Google and type in Bayou Endurance Challenge. It tells you everything. It tells you sign up here. This is the 25th through the 27th. You do this. Now, it does sort of ask you to map out a course and things like that, right? So you could be anywhere virtually in the United States or the world, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Any particular goals y'all are looking for, Ben? Or is it not goal generated yet?
As of right now, I'm just happy enough to be able to host the race and to be able to have the cause behind it and to be able to keep our grandparents' names alive, because I truly believe people die twice, once physically, the second, the last time their name's uttered. And if we can keep their names going, they'll truly never die.
Very good. We're going to wrap this up by saying, again, go out and support this. The Bayou Endurance Challenge. Type that into any search engine, and it tells you exactly what to do. Gives you the rules. They're laid out. It's very simple to do, and it's done sort of at your pace, folks. Thank you guys so much for doing this, and we hope that this little bit helps a whole lot in the long run.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll be back with more Bayou Time Sports right after this.
Stay tuned for more Bayou Time Sports, brought to you by Terrible and General Health System, Community Sports Institute, Barker Honda, and Barker Kia.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Bayou Time Sports. I'm Stan Gravois, and I am so pleased to be joined by Rafe Blades Jr. It's hard for me to say that junior on the end, knowing your dad, and Ben Groh, two guys who are doing something that, we all wish we could do these things that are sort of helping the community. You guys decided just to do it, right? And it all revolves around running. It's the Bayou Endurance Challenge. It happens July 25th through the 27th. It's virtual. Am I using the right word? Is it?
Yes, sir.
So basically, you go in, folks, you sign up, you set your course, you do what you have to do. Do they have to, and I'm asking you guys to start this off so that I don't forget, do you have to have some kind of Fitbit or Apple Watch or something like that?
So that's how we track it, yeah. So either your phone, a watch, or, something of those sorts to track it.
We talked a little bit before we came on air. They're doing this for the love of their grandparents. They each lost a grandparent to cancer, and obviously there you see Ben's grandfather to the left, and to the right you see Rafe with his grandmother. Actually, that's kind of cool. That's a nice picture. And they said, we're going to do this, but Ben, we were talking, it's an interesting story. You guys love to do ultra marathons. And you were doing one, but you got kind of shut down at 45 miles, but it actually led to this. Talk about that a little bit, maybe failing in that one. And then I think it was maybe Rafe's grandmother who said, why don't you do something a little different, right?
Absolutely. I truly believe it was the grace of God that we did fail that first race. And that led us to not only create our own race, but through Rafe's grandma having the idea of, hey, why don't y'all crazy people, why don't y'all raise some money out of the things y'all do? So we got together and we were like, well, listen, we still want to do 50 miles, but let's do this for a cause. Let's do this for, say, the American Cancer Society, something that was in both of our lives. And I mean, up until that point, I had no clue that his grandmother had passed away. We weren't like crazy close at the time, but through this, we've become a lot closer. And now we're getting the community involved into something that we truly believe in and something that we think we can benefit.
So this is a 72-hour span, right? Was it the same last year?
No, sir, it was 24 hours.
24. How much did you guys get in 24 hours?
50 miles.
50 miles.
We
So
got
you
our
got
50
the 50
in.
miles
We
in.
did it in about 14 hours.
This year, 72 hours. Do you hope for more, Ray?
Double.
Double. You'd
Yes,
like
sir.
to get 100 miles in.
Yes, sir.
Are you strategically mapping this out? Not necessarily a physical map, but how and when I'm going to run and where I'm, what kind of landmarks to hit along the way?
Yeah, kind of like we did last year. We set up, aid stations, in our trucks and at certain people's houses, and kind of just ran around for 50 miles last year. And this year, it'll be about 100. And when it gets too hot, we're going to go inside the wellness center and run.
Is it suffice to say that you possibly could never see anybody else who's involved with this race on your entire run on that weekend?
That is possible, but last year we had a group of our buddies come out and actually run pieces with us. That's huge for us. It really, really
Motivation.
hurts. And we need that motivation, yeah.
Is this a deal where people go to the site? By the way, again, folks, Bayou Endurance Challenge is very easy to get to. Just go to a search engine, type it in there, Bayou Endurance Challenge. It comes up. You guys did a terrific job with the website. It explains how this all works. I know you can just donate in general to the American Cancer Society. Mm-hmm. That would be absolutely great, folks. But is this per mile that somebody sort of maybe says, I'll give you $1 per mile or something like that?
We haven't done that. We've thought about that. I think that's a great idea. Not this year, though. No.
That's not the way it works. You just go in and you make sure that you're supporting these people who are running and doing those challenges.
Yes, sir. And we also have a shop, and all the proceeds from that shop go to the American Cancer Society as well.
Yeah, cool merchandise, folks. Caps, things like that. The shirt is actually really cool, as it is particular to our area just a little bit there. You see the shirt right in the middle. Whose design? Anybody in particular?
Yeah, my girlfriend, Macy.
She put it together.
She did.
That's awesome. And it says when it's established. Is there a big goal, Ben? And when I say a big goal, I'm not talking about like how much money you raise this particular year, but if you and Rafe ever had the opportunity to sit in a room and just talk, what would you like to see it be 10 years from now?
I'd like it to be huge. I would like a lot more people to know about it. I had actually wrote on my computer $1 million. That is my goal for raising the American Cancer Society. If at 10, 20, 30 years, I don't care how long it takes, $1 million for that. But not only that, if we can just keep getting the word out, keep getting people to acknowledge us and realize anybody can make a difference no matter how small they are, that's what truly matters to me.
I love it on the website. It says, listen, it's about donations. It's about money to the Cancer Society, American Cancer Society, but it's also about awareness. And it's about not forgetting, and it's about all of those things kind of cumulatively. So I applaud that you guys are doing this. Again, if anybody wants to do this, you just go to Bayou Endurance Challenge. It's on site. Anything out there that you think people need to know about this that would maybe spook them a little bit? Just scare them a little bit to not do it? Because I can't find any pitfalls to it, right? It's free. You know, you hope you get donations. If you can only run a mile, you can only run a mile. If you can run 100 miles, you run 100 miles. You set your course. You don't have to run in the hot sun if you don't want to. So I'm trying to find a problem with this. Did y'all run into anything last year that y'all thought was a problem and you got to get better at it?
No, sir.
That's good.
I think in the future, maybe we can set some like 5Ks or 10Ks, like certain distances around Thibodaux. But as for right now, just letting people do what they do on their own time, I think that's great. And free sign up, ability to donate. We truly like what we put on, and we hope other people do as well.
Well, we're going to get the word out there on our end. We applaud what you guys are doing. We wish you the best of luck for sure.
Thank you so much.
That's awesome. Again, Bayou Endurance Challenge. Go look it up, folks. Very easy to navigate that site, and it tells you exactly what you should do and what to do. We're going to be back with more Bayou Time Sports after this.
This segment was brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System Community Sports Institute in conjunction with Barker Honda and Barker Kia.